Hola Silvia, muchas gracias. Entonces ahora voy a comenzar la grabación de nuestra presentación sobre las tendencias 2020. 2020. Eu não sei muito bem. Vamos lá. Hello everybody, I'm Yoann. I'm in charge of the technical support for exploitation. And today I will present some studies and application tests made with some AQIA actives. Present is this new presentation, Go Here, about the trends of this year.
Hello everyone, my name is Eduardo. I work in marketing in AQIA, São Paulo. Today we're gonna talk about a little of the category hair care and the new look on the horizon. The new look means some trends on the horizon. We believe these trends are more for the interest of all the customers all around the world. It's not only for Latin America, but US, Europe, and Asia as well. When it comes to the retail market for hair care, we have a big volume concentrated in US and Brazil, as well as China, Mexico, as you can see on the slide. When it comes to the trend, one trend that we see on the horizon is regarding the hair care, the hair dyes. So we have we have a platform called Hair Color Defense, which is a strategy based on three main properties: the color intensification, the color protection, and the antioxidant protection as well. Well, for the first active we're going to talk about, for the first raw material ingredient, we have tamarilis, which is a natural component based on tamarind pulp concentrate. What we have in tamarilis is antioxidant protection, because we have a phenolic compound, and so it helps protect the natural color of the hair and the artificial color as well, because it really sequestrates and have a scavenger properties. The composition of the tamarind indica is tamarind is rich in polysaccharides as well as organic acid, which means oxalic and tartaric acid, and as well as an important phenolic fraction, which is recognized as an important antioxidant. We have the hair cohesion, which means it gives you it maintains the properties of the hair, and we have cuticle surface uniformization due to the oxalic acid, which helps have a peeling effect on the surface of the hair, which has the properties of shine impacting. When it comes to antioxidant properties, you are going to talk about the suppression of singlet oxygen, and in the consequence of that, we have the color protection, which is the next slide.
So first, this is a quick presentation of the strains preparation we use for this test. So we leave 30 hair shafts in a solution without tamarilis and with 1 and 3%. And after that, we use 6 shafts for every test: fluorescence microscopy, scanning, SEM, scanning electronic microscopy, atomic force, and color changing test. So here on the left side, we can see high protection with homogeneous penetration in the air shaft. Using only water, we can see disorganization of the hair fiber structure. But using 1% in this solution of water, we can see high protection and high permeation and homogeneous permeation in the shaft, into the fiber. Here, 2 kind of pictures of microscopy, SEM and atomic force, for showing the same thing, showing the film formation with 1% and with 1 and 3%. This is the antioxidant test of the tamarin leaves. First, on the left side, we have the suppression of the singlet oxygen. Singlet oxygen is a free radical produced with UV exposition. So we make this test with this protocol below the graphic, and we made the measurement of the lifetime of this free radical. And we can see using 3%, we have a significant effect, a significant antioxidant action of the tamarin. On the right side is about the color protection. So the first here is the hair without treatment, and we use this protocol below the graphic, and we quantify the color changing after 10 hours with UVA exposition. So without treatment, we quantified the color changing. We made the same things with water and with solution with 1 and 3% of tamarin. And we can note that using 1%, we have a lesser color changing. It's the consequence of the antioxidant action of the tamarin. So here the ink name of the tamarin, the indicated use, and some applications in shampoo, conditioners, mask, leave-in, and finishing products.
Okay, the next technology is deep color. Deep color is a natural, 100% natural product for an intense, uniform, and long-lasting color. Why is that? Because deep color was developed to bring the pigments inside the hair shaft to aid the penetration. It's a lipophilic product made of bioesters from rice, olive oil, sunflower oil, palm kernel, and jojoba derivatives. They're all in a very synergistic and balanced way to help penetrate all the pigments during the dye process. So when you have this penetration, you have a perfect coverage, an even color, a more long-lasting color, of course, and as well have treatment attributes such as shine and luminosity. So reminder is the product is natural, 100% natural, plant-based, and it's made from all these bioesters that we mentioned. When it comes to the results, Yo's gonna show you the deep color results.
So here we can see an application test with deep color directly in the red hair dye. So we made the test with gray and bleached strands. So the strands went through the coloring process, and without deep color and with 1% of deep color. After that, we made a test of successive washing, 10 washing, and we evaluate the visual aspect in the washing water. So we can see that the first to the 10th washing, the strands treated with deep color is more shiny, more intense red color. And we can see that the washing water is with less pigments, lesser red. So we can confirm the rotation and the better penetration of the pigment into the deepest layer of the hair fiber. So the same thing, just only the strands, the first, the fifth, and the 10th washing, and the water retention. Fifth, and we can see with treatment, the water is less red than the without the treatment. So the results present a more intense color than the rest, and we can use this product for prevent water loss, antioxidant action to shine, lipidic reposition, and provide vitamins and amino acids. The ink name of the deep color, indicated use, and the applications too. Next product.
Okay, next product is BioRestore, which is a product to restore the hair fiber as well as to helps to maintain, to preserve the coloring. Right? BioRestore is made of amino acids, specifically cysteine, which is biofunctionalized because it's more stable for cysteine, which is, has a very high constitution, and to restore the hair fiber during the process, and as well helps to maintain the hair coloring during the washing. So with the next step, we have application of semi-permanent hair dye with 3.3% BioRestore, and you can see you have a big protection of the color during the hair washing. It's the next slide.
So here a quick presentation of the strain preparation. So we used 24 strains of gray Caucasian hair. We used 12 strains. 12 strains went through the coloration process without BioRestore, and the others with BioRestore, 0.3%. And we submitted these strains to 24 progressive washings. So the results, so we can see using the treatment, using the BioRestore, we have the first wash and the last wash. We can see comparing to the placebo, better pigment retention, or strains more shiny, and intense red color. Here is another test we did with 10 dresses of virgin brown Caucasian hair. We test only shampoo with the same concentration and the shampoo without treatment, without the BioRestore. We use the glossimeter to quantify the shine. And on the right side, we can see the graphic with the quantification of the shine with the placebo and with the treatment. So before using shampoo placebo, we can see the shine, and before using the shampoo. Here is before and after the treatment with BioRestore, and we can note an increase of 25% of shine using only 0.3% of BioRestore in the shampoo in one application. Here another test with about the mechanical resistance using BioRestore. We used a solution of BioRestore, and we used this equipment, the EMIC, to quantify the deformation. Deformation values is in millimeters and correspond to the moment of the hair fiber rupture. So we can see that using the treatments, we have an increase of 7% of the resistance of the fiber. The ink name of the BioRestore, indicated use, and the applications. For dried, damaged, and weakened hair, shampoo, conditioners, mask, and finishing product, and hair dyes.
Okay, let's talk about the market and some examples. When it comes to the hair coloring products, hair treated, we have product that brings protection for the color as well as care and treatment. So as you can see, words such as vibrancy, radiance, for color treated hair are very common. So you can see like the next example, don't just protect your hair color, extend it. So it's very common to have treatment as well, color and extension for the hair. And all of these three raw materials that we presented can be used together in a combination, or you can use it separately. For deep color, you can use during the process. BioRestore, you can use it during the process. And Tamarilis, you can use after the hair dye process. So you can choose whatever you want to mix or not. So those are all natural products, and you can use to have a treatment as well to extend and protect the hair coloring. So the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be superfood. Superfood is very common nowadays because the consumer have a big interest in superfood due to the benefits it brings to the whole body itself. So people believe that when you consume foods that are considered very rich in nutrients and very diverse nutrients, they brings more benefits in general. So this kind of interest comes to the hair care as well. One of the superfoods or super grain that we can see is quinoa. We have a hydrolyzed quinoa. The name is pro quinoa, HQ. Is the hydrolyzation. This, in due to this process, you can bring the proteins, the essential amino acids, as well as the omegas, and the vitamins, and some other antioxidant properties as well. As you can see, you can have you can characterize it quinoa as a superfood because of the diverse nutrients it brings to the grain. When you see that this diversity, you can imagine it to have multiple benefits on the hair as well. You have like a protection from the environment, and you have some substantial protection as well. You're going to talk about a little.
So, like Eduardo said, we have a very complete product about the composition. So we have a versatility of application. So here we have two tests, solar protection. So we can see the spectrum, the absorption spectrum using 3% of proquinoa. We have UVA and UVB protection. And on the right side, using a application test using 1% and 3% in the shampoo and conditioners. So we can see your hair is nourished, smoother, and with brighter and with less frizz. So the main benefits we can use for structural damage prevention, fighting oxidative stress, UV radiation, and conditioning action. The ink name, indicated use 1 to 3%, and the applications, shampoo, conditioners, and leave-in.
When it comes to the market, it's very common to see the superfoods are very included in the new launches for the 2019 to 2020. You see a lot of superfood as a charcoal, green tea, uh, some algae like chlorella and spirulina, and you can see a lot of quinoa as well. So here we have like the BioLage, they have a specific raw range, which is made of these natural products. Avino bring these products from the market as well with only superfoods, like they have blackberry and quinoa. Brigio is a brand, American brand that prioritizes the natural products. And you can see the L'Oreal, the giant L'Oreal with the quinoa gold, which blends quinoa with other cereals, grains, or other proteins, natural proteins as well. Well, the next topic is exotic ingredients. These exotic ingredients are based on beauty rituals. Beauty rituals comes from ancient times when, like in Egypt, in old Asia, they used to have rituals, home rituals that brings like for centuries ago. Like turmeric is very used with that. The green tea, which is Camellia sinensis, they use coconut oil to blend. So this is very common when you see the Asian beauty, when you search for Asian beauty. So this is a trend nowadays to kind of bring back those Asian treatments, that mixing the traditional, the natural with the modern technologies. And one product that we have that fits this kind of concept is Phytocare AOX. Phytocare AOX is a combination, is a phytosynergy between some herbs, some of roots and leaves, such as turmeric, green tea, rosemary. They all reach very rich in antioxidants. So we call it like a very global and system of antioxidant properties. Well, turmeric is very useful for the main component is curcuminoid, which is very useful for its anti-inflammatory properties. Green tea is very known for its deodorizing, refreshing, and antioxidant. And then we have rosemary leaves, which is very popular for this carnosol and terpenes and rosmarinic acid, which is very important for this whole in antioxidant properties as well. So it's very accepted that these products, these natural products, are very powerful antioxidant. But what happens when it comes to hair care? So what you need is to have a delivery system that we bring to the products of phyto care is made of bioesters, which helps penetrate the hair shaft with these antioxidants. When it comes to exposome, we believe that it's something that comes from outside, from inside, to damage your hair, to damage your body or your skin. In this case, we are talking about hair. So the exposome, which could be light, could be UV, could be visible light, high energy light, pollution, all these elements, all these environmental aggressors can have an impact on the structure of the hair. So PhytoCare AOX is a blend of a very powerful antioxidant in a very strong penetrating system to help deliver these properties inside the hair. PhytoCare AOX helps to prevent the structure damage. So we have really protection. You have a protection of the sulfur bonds. It fights the oxidative stress, so it have a very strong anti-radical, free radical, and suppression of synthetic oxygen. And then you have a protection from the light, from the UV light, from the visible light, which can have an impact on the lipid barrier and have an impact on the hair shaft itself.
So here we have some tests with PhytoCare AOX. The first test on the left side, the top, it's the same test we did with tamaridis. It's about the singlet oxygen, free radicals produced by UV radiation. So using only 2% in shampoo and conditioners, we can see that the PhytoCare have an impact on the lifetime of this free radical. We have a significant decrease of the lifetime. Here in the center, we have the spectrum absorption of the PhytoCare. So we have a global protection on UV, B, UVA on the visible light. We show the lipid protection with the identification of the squalene with HPLC. So we can see here without the treatment and with the treatments. We made UV radiation during 120 hours, and we made the identification by HPLC. So we can see with the treatment, we can see the peak of the squalene. So we have protection, an antioxidant protection on the lipids parts of the hair fiber. Here, another test, a very interesting test about the sulfur bonds protection. So it's about the protection of the structure of the fiber. And we reproduce real conditions using ozone radiation and UV radiation. And we made the DGT analysis. We quantify the cysteine, the intact cysteine. So if you quantify the intact cysteine, you can quantify the sulfur bonds. This test shows that using the treatment, you have an increase about the protection of the sulfur bonds of 10% when you have pollution exposition. And after that, we made a UV radiation UV exposition, and you have an increase of 30% of the protection of the sulfur bonds. So we don't create sulfur bonds, but we decrease the destruction of the sulfur bonds during this exposition. So we increase the protection 10% and 40%. And the last test is the consequence of all of these tests, of all of these benefits: antioxidants, absorption UV, lipid protection, sulfur bond protection. It's an improvement, a significant improvement of brightness using PhytoCare in shampoo with 1 and 2%. So the ink name of the PhytoCare, and use indicated use 0.5 to 2%, and you can use in shampoo, conditioners, mask, intensive, impulse, and leave-in treatment. Some example of markets, Eduardo.
Yes, when you see the market now, you can see from premium products to retail products, you can see the use of these exotic ingredients and Asian ingredients and ingredients uses for centuries for the beauty treatment. Good examples if you take like Dove or even Pantene with the new brand, the new range called the Nutrients Blend, and then you have herbal essence, all use like turmeric, rosemary, green tea. They use all these products that we just mentioned. Avida is very well known for the use of exotic products for the hair care. And then you have the algae that you use in noni, which is very, very exotic from the Pacific. Okay, the next topic is going to talk about is curls. Well, curls, we have an issue on the lubricating properties. We know that we don't have a good circulation of lipids all over the hair shaft, so we need to replenish the nutrients. The better way to replenish the nutrients to bring oils, natural oils. Our product is liposil, as the name suggests. Liposil is a filling oil. So what we have in liposil is a blend of exotic oils and extracts, oily extracts, which are calamus, olive, myrrh, and cinnamon. When it comes to cinnamon and olive, well, cinnamon is aromatic and an antioxidant. Olive is very rich in triglyceride and very lubricating. But myrrh and calamus are resinous oils. So they bring the sealing to the cuticle. So that's why you have all the lubricating, the nourishing agents, but you always have the cuticular sealing as well. So that's why the product is different in this way, in a way. When it comes to the benefits, you improve shine because you have a sealing properties. You kind of extend and prolong the effects of styling, because when you have this sealing, when you do a brushing or a flat iron, you kind of extend this. It's not a resin as like a fixed resin, but it can help, can aid the effects of the brushing. And you have, like, of course, it's very rich in nourishing properties, so you can prevent dryness, you can prevent freeze, and you can, of course, have a volume reduction as well.
Now I'm going to talk about the test. So here, the strain preparation, we used isopropyl palmitate 100% and two other concentrations. So isopalmitate with 1% of liposil and 3%. We use 40 hair shafts, and we leave 10 minutes in contact with this isopropyl palmitate and 1 and 3% of liposil. After that, we use 3 shafts to do these 2 tests: the optical reflection microscopy with calculation of shine, and the SEM, the scanning electron microscopy. So here's the results. So here is the picture with the optical reflection microscopy. Okay. It's the picture without liposil, with 1% and with 3%. After that, we have a software treatment by a software, and we can have a spectral reflection quantification by a graphic, a comparative graphic without treatment and with treatment. So we can see with 1% we have a significant effect on the shine, increase of the shine. With 3% is significant effect, but is lesser than 1%, because we have film formation. So we can see with this picture of the SEM, with 1% we have a significant information. So if you want to use a concentration next to 3%, you will have an intense protective film. And if you use 1%, you will have a better shine, intense shine. So it's depend of the strategy, of the benefits and the claims you want to use. So using 3%, you have a significant effect, but you're going to have a better film protection. So the liposil ink name, the indicated use, and the applications. Now the plant call.
Okay, so we had the natural oils for lubricating, and now we have definition with plant coal. Plant coal, as the name suggests, is a natural collagen. It's like a plant collagen. Why we can say that is a plant collagen? Because of two aspects. One is because of the benefits it brings, the properties, and then you have as well the composition. You have it's a gum from Acacia Senegal plant. Acacia Senegal is a tree from Africa, and it gives a gum, and this gum is very rich in sugars, high molecular weight sugars, and protein and amino acids. One of the amino acids you can find is hydroxyproline, which is amino acid found in bovine collagen. So that's why you can say plant collagen, because you have the same amino acid as the animal collagen, and you have the same benefits as the collagen, as the film forming properties. What you have what's the functional benefits you have? You have a high curve retention because it's a gum. This gum is rich in polysaccharides, as I mentioned, so you can favor the retention. You can favor as well the nutrition and the hydration of the fibers. You have a lot of protein, so you can say that provides biological precursors. It's very, very substantial to the hair shaft because it brings proteins, amino acids, and sugar that really have a very substantial film on the hair. And if you use it on the skin, you're gonna have a water retention and a smooth tidying effect as well. The next slide, we see the aminograms from plant coal. You can see you have hydroxyproline over there. You can see there's a good content of hydroxyproline, which, as I mentioned, is the main amino acids from the bovine collagen. And you can see you have a lot of polysaccharide as well. So this mixture brings the final functional benefits of plant coal, as you can see in the next slide.
So here we have an application test with plant coal. So we use strains we washed with standard shampoo and conditioner, and we made a solution with only 5% of plant coal, and we curd with a curling iron and leave 24 hours at room temperature. So we can see a more defined curd and without polymer, there is no fixation resins, and it's a 100 natural definition. So we have a more shiny strands, more defined curves, and more easier hair fiber. Here the ink name, Acacia Senegal gum extracts. We can use 1 to 5%, and application in shampoo, conditioners, and cream.
When it comes to the market, we see products for curly hair with a very gentle cleansing, strong conditioning, and styling products to finish the hairstyle. So Liposil can bring you the nourishing ingredient, perfect ingredient for nourishing, and plant coal is going to be more for styling to finalize the hair. So you can see all these options when it comes to curly hair. Okay, the next one is going to be shine. How to restore shine in hair. Our proposal are natural products. One of those is Seiva Mel. Seiva Mel, mel in Portuguese is honey. So it's like, this is going to be like a vegetable alternative to bee honey. It's hydrolyzed from Iapon, which is it's a root from Andine region. It's very rich in fructooligosaccharides and mineral salts such as potassium, calcium, and zinc. And it really helps to balance the hair shaft because, as we know, after the amino acids, we have a lot of calcium, potassium, and zinc in the hair. So, Seiva Mel brings moisturizing to the hair shaft and specialty cumulative shine with the product called Yoann going to talk about a little bit more. So you consider a product which is very good for bringing shine to the hair and is 100% natural product. And you can say that it's a plant genetic to honey from bees. So because it's similar in composition, it brings the glucose, fructose, and the mineral salts as well as the honey. So you can say it's a natural product. So it can bring alternatives to honey. So the next slide, you're going to see the results from shine.
So to understand the test, I will explain the methodology. So we use one heavy, wavy brown hair, and we cut into 4 pieces, and we leave in a solution of Sevamel 10 minutes with different concentration, without Sevamel, with 1, 3, and 5%. After that, we leave at room temperature, hair dry. We made measure, we washed, and we made another measure. So we did this protocol 2 times, and we made the measurement of the shine here after the product application and after the washing. So the results. So we can see before the first application, we have an increase of the shine intensity for the 3 concentration. With the first washing, we have a decrease, normal decrease, but with the second application, we have an increase of the shine intensity. So we have a cumulative effect. So this test is to prove that you have an accumulative effect during the application. So we can see after the second application a better intensity of the shine. The ink name, indicated use, and the applications: shampoo, conditioners, creams, and lotions.
Okay. Then we have balsamic. Bioacetone is a system, is an acidic system based on balsamic herbs such as myrrh, tolu balsam, and benjoin. As well, you can find it organic acids and gluconolactone. Gluconolactone is a PHA, it's a polyhydroxy acid, very strong, big hydroxy acid with strong film-forming properties. When you analyze the composition, you see the product as a retexturizing and a very intense impart on shine because of the characteristic of acidic characteristic and the film-forming characteristic. So, and as you can see on the slide, you can see a very strong anti
So here, the application test. So on the left side, the same kind of test about shine we made with the other products. So the picture by microscopy, and we transformed in the pixels to quantify the shine intensity. So we can see without treatment and with treatment of 1% in shampoo and 3% in the mask, we have an increase of about 17%. And we can see here's the strands. We can see a strand with more shine, a better organization, and the hair trend seems easier and more shiny. The ink name, indicated use 1 to 5%, and the application cream, gels, lotions, shampoo, conditioners, and finishing products.
When you mention shine, you can see a whole range of products to impart shine, or you can see just a unique product, just a single product, as the K water from Kerastase L'Oreal, from the L'Oreal group. K water is a water, it's acidic water.
Estimado Yoann, ¿me escuchas bien?
Sí, sí.
¿Sucedió algo?
Olha. ¿Algún problema?
¿Ahí terminaba o ahí no terminaba?
No.
Ok, dame un segundo, déjame revisarlo con el proveedor, ¿de acuerdo?
Olha. Não sei porque fechou. Me desculpa, não sei porque não está funcionando.
No, tranquilo, tranquilo. Ahorita estoy solicitando el apoyo a los proveedores, dame oportunidad. De todas formas, tranquilo, tranquilo, Johan. Esto es un programa en vivo. Entonces, va a haber este tipo de cosas. Dame un segundito.
Acontece. More shiny. The ink name, indicated use 1 to 5%, and the application cream, gels, lotions, shampoo, conditioners, and finishing products.
When you mention shine, you see a whole range of products to impart shine, or you can see just a unique product, just a single product, as the K water from Kerastase L'Oreal, from the L'Oreal group. K water is a water, it's acidic water that can impart shine as a soft product. And then when you see on your left, on your right, you can see match from Boticário, which is a Brazilian company. It's a range for storing shine for every type of hair. The next topic we're going to talk about is something that is very new for the market. Actually, it was a trend in the past, just a trend in the interest of the consumer is increasing for this kind of product that you can use during the time that you spend in bed, and you can wake up with a beautiful hair and very and nourished hair. So what we bring, what solution we bring is the Fiber Care X. Fiber Care X is a system that we call it hydrolipidic hair on the start system. We call this product, it's like you can use it in every kind of style, in every condition, and any kind of hair condition, because it brings water to inside the hair. So you have all the multiple aggression when you have the electrostatic on the start system. We call this product, it's like you can use it in every kind of style, in every condition, and any kind of hair condition, because it brings water to inside the hair. So you have all the multiple aggression when you have the electrostatic charges, you have the lipid loss, you have increase in hair porosity, and then you have all the problems in consequence. And Fiber Care X brings balance to all these kind of problems. So it changed the main characteristic and properties of the hair. It brings it compatibility, elasticity, uh, smoothness, and then you can see on the test below. What the healthy hair needs? You need to rebalance the electrostatic balance, and you need to bring to replenish the hydrolipid protection, and you have the freedom to have all the all kind of hair you want to have. So that's why you have to bring water inside your hair. What is fiber care is made of? It's made of one phase is water soluble when you have xylitol, it's a natural sugar with hydroscopic properties, and you have the vegetable protein, hydrolyzed vegetable protein. So this is the water soluble phase. And then on the other side, you have the fat soluble phase, which is the bioesters. These bioesters, it helps emulsify the system, but mainly it helps to penetrate the xylitol and the protein inside the hair. So you have this penetration enhanced. You can,
So here we have an application test with this FiberCare X. So we made a treatment with shampoo, conditioners, and the combing cream. So the placebo is the same treatment without the FiberCare, and we made the test on the half head. So here is before washing, after washing and brushing, the side without treatment, the side with treatment, and we took pictures 24 hours after, 48 hours, and 22 hours. So we can see better organization, less frizz, ideal volume, and more shine, and more natural curves. Uh, so this product is perfect for this kind of concept, long-lasting effect. You're gonna use before sleeping, and the next day you have hair more nourishing, with more shine. So it's the multifunctionality and immediate results of the Faber-Care X in this kind of treatment. The same pictures, placebo and treated. So Faber-Care is a nano-emulsion for a better penetration to the deepest layers of the fiber, and you can use for all style of hair, uh, for hair more hydrated, hair malleable, lubricated, shiny, and smooth. Here is the ink name and the applications: shampoos, conditioners, mask intensives, treatments, leave-in, and finishing products. So market examples.
yeah, we have some examples of the nighttime products. We have like Night Spa, which is a local company. Here we have from Kerastase, it's a nutritive, K nutritive, This is very easy to understand because the emotion brings detangling, brings nourishment, have an 8-hour absorption, or say you don't have a transfer to the pillow, and then you are morning ready. You wake up visibly nourished hair and no greasy satin touch. So this is kind of the benchmark we have to bring the fiber care, and we have formulations on that as well. And then we have nioxin, which is more like for density and hair loss, but it's to use for the nighttime as well. So you can see is a trend. You see specific niche products for to be used during your sleep. And then we have finished this discussion about the what we call the horizon, and we have a look on the category, on hair care category, and we believe all these subjects are the interest of consumers all over the world. I mean, everyone needs to have shine and curls and whatever. And that's, I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and you have any further question, you can contact us. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for attention. And if you need more information, feel free to contact by email. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Yoann. Muchas gracias. Disculpa el inconveniente que tuvimos.
No, de nada. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Mira, puedes retirarte del podium con tu flecha hacia atrás para que nosotros podamos, yo pueda tomar tu podium de favor. Muchísimas gracias. Vamos a la sesión de preguntas y respuestas. Estuve revisando el chat y sé que algunos ya hicieron sus preguntas y Yoann nos estuvo apoyando en esta parte de las respuestas. ¿Alguien más gusta escribir alguna duda, algún comentario para que Yoann nos pueda apoyar? Bien, Yoann, al momento ya no tuvimos ninguna pregunta, entonces pues queremos darles un reconocimiento para ti, Yoann, y para Eduardo Borba, quienes nos estuvieron apoyando en la presentación. Muchísimas gracias, esto se los estaríamos enviando a sus correos, pero de verdad muchísimas gracias por el esfuerzo y por todo el apoyo.
Muchas gracias. Tiene una pregunta aquí. Voy a responder en el chat.
Ok, perfecto.
¿Ok?
Sí, sí, sí. Ok, la pregunta para todos, se las voy a leer, es: ¿los ingredientes basados en el sistema BECA se pueden utilizar en formulaciones acuosas? Entonces, Yoann nos está apoyando en escribir la respuesta.
Pues, voy a escribir, mas es solamente el Fiber Care X, que es una nano emulsion, pero los otros, Phytocare Deep Color, solamente en producto lipofílico.
Ok, perfecto, vamos a dar un tiempo más. Si alguien gusta escribir su pregunta, sí me fui un poquito rápido, una disculpa, así que sin problema esperamos unos 2 minutitos, un minutito, por si alguien tiene algún otro comentario o pregunta, con todo gusto. Bien, la siguiente pregunta es si Fiber Care X se puede usar en el sistemas libres de enjuague.
Sí, puede usar, sí, sin problema.
Perfecto. Y bueno, Nacín, claro que sí, con todo gusto te vamos a enviar la grabación. Adicional a esto, les quiero comentar que también tendremos la oportunidad de la próxima semana, la plataforma nos va a enviar un link para que ustedes puedan ingresar a todas las conferencias por las que de algún... Bien, disculpen, ¿todos me escuchan?
Ahora sí.
Ay, muchísimas gracias, Yoann. Una disculpa, problemitas técnicos, pero ya estoy aquí. Corro. Y corro para estar ahora sí que con ustedes. Claro que sí, Nassim, perdóname, me quedé explicándote. Sí, la plataforma nos va a enviar todo lo que es, un link para que ustedes puedan accesar a aquellas conferencias que se hayan perdido. Pero aún así te estaremos enviando la grabación de esta presentación, ¿de acuerdo? Déjenme ver si hay más preguntas. Ah, ya, me escuchan. Muchísimas gracias a todos, muchas gracias, Yoann, gracias a Eduardo. Y pues la siguiente conferencia está a cargo de nuestro proveedor Schulke. Esta es de 12 a 1. Será en el auditorio. El nombre de este auditorio, para que me apoyen en estar de ese lado, es Green and Clean, antimicrobianos a la luz de las tendencias globales. Así que nos estaremos viendo en ese auditorio, en ese escenario o auditorio, ¿de acuerdo? Muchísimas gracias y vamos a darle un aplauso a Yoann antes de irnos. ¡Bravo!
Muchas gracias pela oportunidade, muchas gracias pelo evento inovador e até mais. Chao.
Al contrario, muchas gracias a ustedes, Yoann, y nos estamos viendo. Seguimos en contacto.